We're here at this incredibly well-built custom home in Eagle Mountain, which is my hometown. I've been here for about 11 years. We love it out here. Eagle Mountain is a place where you get 360 mountain views everywhere you look. So you got the Oquirrh Mountains and you got the Wasatch Mountains, you got Utah Lake close by. I mean, really, this is one of the best places to live. I'm a little biased, of course, because I live here. Even the schools and everything are great. My son, my youngest son, is actually in the Chinese immersion program here at the school, just not too far from here. So it's just a great place to live. This house is on over 1 acre, so yes. 1.1 acres.
Yep.
You've got tons of space and room to do basically whatever you want. You got a deck the size of a small house that's out here. I'm here with Ken, who's the builder, and then I've got the realtors here. So this is Mercedes and Jacob, and we are super excited to introduce this house to whoever's going to be lucky enough to be able to buy it. But honestly, the craftsmanship of this property, of this home, down to the every last detail is just incredible, and that's what we want to show you. One of the things that I want to point out to start out is that even though it's a custom-built home and it's ready to move in, so whoever buys it can move in right away, the basement is unfinished, but it's done that way purposely so that the person that buys this property is going to get an allowance up to $100 grand to be able to do whatever they want down there. So if you want extra bedrooms, I think it can fit like 3 bedrooms and a bath and a great big huge living space if you want, entertainment space. I mean, for me, because my kids are a little bit older, I'm going to put in a sauna and a workout room and a theater room or something like that. But whatever you want to do, you could put in a mother-in-law suite. You could put a full apartment out there. It's a daylight basement, so it's almost like having a huge, it's a rambler in a sense with the basement.
Yep.
So you get this huge footprint and this huge house with lots of natural light coming in, but you don't have to pay for all the electricity of a 3-story property, right? So it's just a great space. And then the front yard is unfinished, and again, done for the purpose of allowing the person that buys the house to decide what they want to do. You want grass out there? Great. You want a sprinkler system? Kind of the traditional thing that most builders would do is they just throw a bunch of grass out there and then just call it done. Yeah. But we're going to give, or you're going to give, a $50,000 allowance on a full price offer to finish it like you want. So if they want to do a xeriscape, they want all sorts of different options that you can have out there, because the builder and landscaper, Ken here and their company, are going to finish the construction of this property the way that the new owner wants it. And this is in a $1 million plus area. So all the homes out here are the million to multi-million dollar properties. It just makes this kind of high scale rural living, which everybody wants. I mean, I can't imagine anybody have all this space, live in a beautiful home, have all these really wonderful, beautiful homes around you that's going to keep the value of these properties up in such a nice home. But wait until you see the fine details of this property. I mean, just outlandish. So we're going to go through that. We're going to start with the kitchen and kind of go around and kind of show you that hopefully are looking at buying a property like this, what you're going to get for your money, because it is honestly some of the best quality workmanship that you'll ever see. My wife would love this kitchen. I mean, I like to cook too, but I'm more of a guy out on the grill type of person. But you actually get what you want even in the kitchen, because you've got the gas stovetop, right, with this griddle in the middle. But inside, the oven itself, which is a double oven, is convection.
Yes. So
you get the convection oven, which is electric, with the gas stovetop, like the best of both worlds.
Dual fuel,
yeah. And then when you don't feel like taking the pot from the sink over to here, even though you've got 2 sinks right here, you got the pot filler here too. So it's like every little detail is just amazing. You've got, explain to me again, I know this is a quartz countertop, so you don't have to care for it. Caesar stone.
Yeah.
So everything that you've used in here has been kind of like the highest end of what you could use. So even the stove that we were talking about, this is the highest end Samsung model that they have. What's the model called again?
Decor.
Decor. So you got a Decor oven, you got the Decor dishwasher, and the Decor fridge as well. Yeah. You got the 2 sinks. Of course, the big, huge farm sink looking out to the amazing views that you have out there. And then, you know what I love? I know this sounds kind of silly. You have garbages on both sides of the island, so you can...
And recycling.
And recycling, too.
Yes.
This faucet is Wi-Fi enabled. I mean, you can, I think, touch it, turns on, like it does there. So not only do you have this built-in lighting, which is kind of cool to have, but then you've got this little controller. You want a festive season, you want Christmas light effects, you want the Halloween. Anyway, the mood, set the mood, whatever it is. That's pretty remarkable. So, like I said before, the details, like every little detail of this house is like things that you would just not expect and you wouldn't. You've got a space here for a 100-inch screen TV if you want, flat screen TV. All the wiring, of course, is through the mantle or through the fireplace area, and this is a gas fireplace with vents that can actually warm up the house up here. So on the main level, you've got the master suite. That's another huge benefit. What's the size of this master?
18 by 20.
18 by 20. This is a king-size bed in here. And then, looking out onto the deck, what a beautiful space this is. But coming into this bathroom, you got the separate bath and shower, huge showers area here, tiled all the way up to the top of the ceiling, to that 10-foot ceiling. But this jet tub, I think my wife would be in here every night. Living in places like Park City and Heber, you get this outdoor living in really nice areas. You get that right here in Eagle Mountain. That's what I love about this. And then you get the mountain views all around. Yeah. This is one of those nice higher end neighborhoods, great neighbors that are out here. We love it out here. But you've got 1.1 acres to work with. So this is a 1,200 square foot Trex deck, with the same quality workmanship, even down to the details of the railing that you have inside and out. So much space here, you could do anything you want, right?
Yep.
Windows that are all along the back so that you can bring that outdoor, here. And then basically the sky's the limit. You could build an ADU, you could build a barn, you can have animals. So this is zoned for animals, for horses.
The pre-wired outlets out here, switched outlets for accent lighting if you want to put out.
Do those nice string lights that everybody likes to have. And you've all this can lighting that's here, so plenty of lighting out here. You've got your outlet and you've got the gas out here, so you don't have to bring your propane tank in. You just plug it right into that. Aside from having a 5,200 square foot house, you got the massive outdoor area with these garages, right? So, if you're living out here, you want a place for your boat, your toys, your RV, whatever, right? Lots of parking and stuff, spaces. And then as this is opening, I also noticed that you've got outlets all along here. So
switched outlets
for Christmas lights. So you can have your Christmas lights out here, even year-round lights if you want. But the switch for them is inside the house. Yeah, amazing. So you've got this great big 2-car garage in here with, how tall are these ceilings?
About 13 feet.
13 feet ceilings. Look at the outlets all the way around. So you could put your benches or work spaces or whatever you want out here, basically. And then walking back into this area, you've got your sink out here, another outlet, and then this extra deep space for, as far as, if it were me, it's a boat, but it could be whatever toys, whatever you want back here. So we've talked a lot about the cosmetic, just the finishing touches that are just amazing for this house. But really the true value, I think, when you think about, a house that you might live in for generations, right? It's the kind of house you could do that. Or of course, whoever buys it and at the time that they want to sell it, the construction of that house is, to me, what's most important. And what you've done here is, again, like everything else, is way above and beyond what anybody would expect, right? So tell us a little bit about the construction itself.
So whenever like on the house plans, they typically call out for 1 king stud, 1 trim stud. Anytime it does that, we always double it. If it calls out for 2, we always do 3. We always just go 1 step above whatever the engineering is. And the headers are on the dimensional lumber are typically only 2. We triple them and glue and nail.
Wow.
There, so everything's super structured.
Yeah, and even just looking at, how many nails are going in.
Oh yeah.
You can tell that this house was done well above and beyond what the specs are. It's interesting how, and there's nothing against home builders that are trying to make good money in their developments, but they're really just meeting minimum standards on everything they do because of the cost of the time and labor and the construction. Yet you're going 2 to 3 times above that.
Yeah.
And everything, the way it's wired, the way it's plumbed, the construction, even outside below the deck, you know, you've got
freeze barrier
barriers
to protect the joist from rotting away. Yeah.
You know, I can imagine when the inspectors come here, they're like, yeah, whatever. It's like you guys went so far above and beyond what we require you to do. You're probably like the standard of the high quality.
He actually said that we were the best final inspection he's ever done.
The best final inspection ever done. Yeah. So this is Ken with S&K At Home Properties, building one of the best constructed homes that I've seen. Not to mention on over an acre of land. Plus, the buyer gets to finish out the basement and the yard the way that they want to. I mean, really, what else could you ask for? And they can move in day one. So they can come in, because you guys have this open space. You could come in and work on the basement. Access this down here, so everyone's living just fine upstairs, and you guys can finish out the basement for them at the time that they close the house. You got to check this place out. Come and visit it. Talk to Mercedes or Jacob and make an appointment, or have your agent call them, because this place is going to go fast. And it's going to be the coveted place of the area.